face. So I see we have Jennifer who's here. We have, of course, Elizabeth who's helping us here. And if you've been in the Sipping Streams Tea Tribe, you know, Elizabeth has been really awesome at just getting to know you guys a lot better. We've got Jasmine. Jennifer's watching from DC. Ooh, yay. You're on the same time zone as Elizabeth. So that's nice. We've got more people coming in right now. So say hello in the chat. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know what you're drinking today. I actually started off my morning with, I don't know if you saw our Instagram stories, but I posted that I was drinking a leftover 1,000-mile tea with some white peony in there just to get it some extra oomph, because I don't know how many times I've actually steeped that tea sachet. But I was mostly saving my bladder for all of the drinks I will be making today for all of you. Oh, Northern Ontario, Jasmine, hello, welcome. We also have Catherine here too on our live VIP event. So just in case you guys are in our Sipping Streams Tea Tribe, that's where you can watch the replay until tonight if you'd like. We're not going to have like a Zoom link meeting, if like a Zoom replay link, if that makes sense. But yeah, we have someone, I'm not sure who iPad is, but if you want to put your name in there, iPad 7, I know you're from North Carolina, so thanks so much for joining us. So we've got a lot of people on the East Coast, very far away from where I am, which is in Alaska. I have my like Alaskan hoodie here. But yes, say hello in the chat. Let me know where you're drinking. We got someone who's sipping chai with adaptogens added to it. So nice for a very like health oriented, you know, adaptogens are nice because that's what they do. They adapt to your body. So no matter what you're going through, they kind of compensate or kind of counterbalance what's going on with you as the individual. So that's pretty awesome. We also have Jody Jeffers here. We also have, hello, Jody Jeffers. Go ahead, say in the chat where you're watching from. Hannah, and believe it or not, we have about 100 people who are signed up for this VIP event. So a lot of you will be trickling in. Jody's from Oregon. Hannah's watching from Canada. Oh, Maddie. Okay. So, watching with her sister, Emma. Oh, awesome. Abigail Cooper. Oh, Jen. Hi, Jen. Thanks for watching. Yeah, from Kodiak. So my friend Jen's watching from Kodiak right now. So hello, hello, say hello in the chat, get to know each other. You are all welcomed here because we are all connected by the same thing, which is the worlds of tea. Interest in tea, passionate about community and transforming lives through community and the health benefits of tea. And so that is just so amazing. So make sure you're saying hello in the chat. And if you wouldn't mind, oh, hi, Catherine. Make sure that you're muted just in case there's some background noise. I know some people are watching from their phones, and so sometimes you don't realize, like I don't most of the time, that my mic is still on. So welcome, welcome everyone. Catherine's watching from UAF. Yeah, that's awesome. And I know we're all from different time zones in the world, and even though, so some of you saw that we have an in-person VIP event. Well, that's in Fairbanks, Alaska. And I know some of you, like Nina, she's not in Fairbanks, Alaska, even though she's in Alaska. So thank you so much for all of you Alaskans who are joining, who won't be able to make it to our in-person event, which is totally fine because there's so many of you who can fit here virtually versus in our tiny tea shop. It'll be very interesting how many people show up to the store location because there's only so much space in there. So let's get started. So I have, just letting you know, we have Elizabeth here who is going to be assisting us because I know a lot of you will be asking questions and writing things in the chat, but she will be dropping in links for our trivia. I'm giving away 15 prizes. So I don't know how many of you are in here. I think there's enough for currently right now for some of you to have multiple prizes. I don't know if there's actually 15 people who are watching, and there might be some people who are joining a little bit later. Hi, Ashton, thanks for joining us today. But we have 15 giveaways for you. So how do you win one of our trivia prizes? Well, there is so much chat going on that we want to make sure that you can enter very seamlessly instead of Elizabeth scrolling through all the messages and finding your answers. We're going to actually drop you a link to click on. So you can answer it maybe after the event if you wanted to, like open up a new tab with it, or just pop over. I think Zoom has it now where you can click the link and you can still open the link and watch the Zoom on your phone too. So she will be dropping in a link for the question. So every trivia question has a link for you. And since you all registered for VIP, hi, Crystal from Oregon. Thanks for joining us. So good to see you. I met your dad this summer, so that was pretty cool. Yeah. And so that way it won't confuse you. It will give you exactly what the question is. And all you have to do is type in your email address, because we will be able to look up your mailing address with your email. Since you all registered for the VIP, you put in your address in there. So that's why we asked for the address. So it wasn't us hunting for all the information and stuff getting lost, especially because it's the holiday, well, the beginning of the holiday season. So we just want it as seamless as possible. Hi, Leah. How's your new house going? I know you moved all the way across the country. So say hello in the chat. Let me know what you're drinking, where you're watching from, and it'll be awesome. So what I want to introduce to you today during our VIP events are some awesome gift ideas and things to think about getting ready for the holidays in your home, or for guests, or for gift giving. So one of the first things, of course, I have to start off with tea. So I have 2 teas that I will be featuring. And later in this hour, it's only for an hour, I will be actually giving you a recipe if you don't already have this recipe, part of our from our VIPs from previous years. So I have my hot water already boiled behind me. And I'm sorry, I have earbuds, so I'll have to take my earbuds in and out. But so I have our masala chai and our spice melange. Sorry, where's camera? Masala chai and spice melange. So a spice melange is an orange spice tea, and these are both of a black tea base. Now I know for years, sorry, I'm like holding this kind of funny. I know for the past few years, a lot of you have been asking us for a caffeine-free version. So I have a special treat to announce to you at the end, okay? So, and no, I'm not launching another product. My husband said I'm not allowed to make any more new stuff for a year at least. but he didn't say I couldn't give away new stuff. So the very first tea I'm going to make is the spice melange. And for those of you who bought from us online before, you know that there are several options. You can buy a tea tin, but why buy another tin and pay for the tin when you could just buy the refill amount? So we sometimes sell the refill amount. So I'm just going to use them from the refill amounts here. And so the very first tea is going to be spice melange. It's an orange spice. You know, back when you're, grandmother, or even when you were as a kid, as a kid, I remember drinking Constant Comments. So it was very similar to that, or Market Spice. Sorry, my desk is so messy. And so you do use boiling water. It is a black tea base, but the ratio of the tea blend, it is only about like half or a little over half of of black tea in your one serving size. So the ratio is only about half of tea. So if you're caffeine sensitive, just don't drink it too late in the day, but also be aware that it's not fully caffeine. It's not fully tea. It's a Tassan, which means herbal infusion. So I got my spice melange in my super fun red lucky cup mug, and I'm going to steep it for 3 to 5 minutes. And the ratio, for those of you who are tea drinkers, I know that, all of you who are tea students already know that it's technically 2.5 grams per serving. And this is probably a 12-ounce mug. So what's nice about this red mug here, or this style of mug, is that not only is it a cover for your cup or your mug, but it's also going to be the drip tray too. So you're going to have your tea in here for your office, because so many of you have gone back to in person. I know it's it's crazy because we're all stressed out of our minds in a way. So, you know, have something nice in the office now that we're going back to normal, right? So I'm just putting in actually a tablespoon in this, and then I'll steep it a little less. And for those of you who've taken my tea classes, there's different ways you can kind of fudge things and change things a little bit in your recipe to not make it super strong. So things that affect steeping of a perfect cup of tea would be time, temperature, and amount. Amount of water, amount of tea. Time, temperature, and amount. So even though I put essentially like way more tea than I need to, but we only have an hour, so I'm gonna make it a little shorter. But I use boiling hot water. So temperature is pretty important to steep your tea correctly. Now, do you always need to just keep your tea covered? Well, if you're going to do professional cupping, like professional evaluation, it's highly recommended to, but you don't have to if it's just for yourself, right? So I'm just steeping these. So the difference of these two spice teas that we offer at Sipping Streams, which actually offer a third spice tea, and that's the chocolate passion. But these are typically what people think of is like some people traditionally have like oranges and they stuff cloves and different spices in it, and it reminds them of the holidays. So that one would be more of the spice melange, which is an orange spice one. And what's really nice about this one is it's very orangey. It's incredibly orangey. So it gives you that sweetness without having to add any sugar or sweetener to it. And you can re-steep it at least 4 times each serving. So we always recommend people to re-steep their tea up to 4 times. But if you know, don't waste it after the second time is all I'm saying. But this one lasts more than 4 steepings if you follow it directly as 2.5 grams and the steeping temperature of boiling hot water, 3 minutes. Oh yeah, Crystal says she has the chocolate passion one. Yeah, that one is super, super popular. And the masala chai one is what we launch every year starting October 1st. October 1st. So it's not October 1st yet. It's getting pretty close. And that's why I'm putting on a hoodie because like the heat still isn't turned on in our house yet. Thank goodness it hasn't snowed. I think it's supposed to start snowing next week in Alaska. It has in Denali Park, but not here in my town of Fairbanks yet. Also Elizabeth has put on here, if you have a friend, you want to share this Zoom link or remind them like, hey, my friend Sue didn't show up. Where is she? Just you can copy paste, text them the link right now because we're going live right here, right now. So the masala chai, what's nice about that one is that one's more forgivable. This one is heavily spices because that's what people want is more that spice flavor. So this one actually has less caffeine than the spice melange. Now with this one, for our recipe, you could leave it in a very, very, very long time. You could leave it in for half an hour, but note when you leave it in for half an hour, you've extracted all of the flavor and you won't be able to re-steep it because that re-steeping depends on the amount of time that you've let it saturate and extract the flavor. So hopefully that makes sense. But some people like to simmer it over in milk over the stove. Then you can cool it down. And if you have an ice cream maker, oh yeah, there's that Ninja ice cream maker. I don't want to buy one only because I've heard that they're super loud. But anyways, you can make your own masala chai ice cream with that ice cream maker if you have one of those. Just an idea. You can make a milkshake with it too if you wanted to. Granted, you have to do like let it chill. But October 1st, we offer our apple masala chider, which is super fun. And it's super easy to make. And I'm going to show you how to make it later on in this episode. So I'm just letting it steep right now. And if I wanted to, I could just take it out. And again, I love these lids because they're a great drip tray. So we do have a special coupon code for those of you who are here watching this VIP event. And that exclusive coupon code is for today only, where you get 20% off of everything in our whole store. So you don't have to click these links specifically. Elizabeth is dropping in these links just to make it more helpful for you. But in case you are interested in stocking up for the holidays and getting ahead of time, right? Because like supply chain, I can't believe supply chain issues are still out there. We're still dealing with them. So what we did was we ordered all of this stuff this summer, actually, like months in advance, and it still was late showing up. So I'm really glad we have this stuff right now. But because people are coming into our store right now, stocking up also, they have the same mindset, like, oh my goodness, this stuff is going to run out. I can't say that we have a bunch of this stuff, honestly. So if you want to buy it now, today, until midnight tonight, you can get 20% off your entire purchase. Remember, at $100 or more, you get free shipping, which is really easy to do if you're just going to buy, you know, a few like, you know, mugs. I think these are $35 each. I'm not really sure. It says it on the website. So if you got like 3 of these, 20% off, and get some tea, you're easily got free shipping. And if you're in Canada, you're one of the Canada people watching right now, and you need some help with the shipping price of it, feel free to email me at hello@sippingstreams.com. Reach out to me today, and we can figure out, like, if you're not getting free shipping on that, email me or Elizabeth. We'll see that email, and we could possibly even make you a special coupon code in case that is not activated for Canada. Because I know some of our Canadians here, I know shipping to Canada is really crazy expensive too right now. So make sure that you let us know when you get to the checkout process. And so if it's today and it has to roll into tomorrow, don't worry, we will take care of you because you showed up for a VIP event. I know there's at least 2 Canadians here today. So the Spice Melange. Little caffeinated, mom's in the morning, right? You gotta get those kids up and you just want some quiet time. This is perfect for you just have some sanity in the morning before you get going for your day. And we also have these fun recipes that we do where you can make the spice melange bread too, and other baking ideas if you're ever part of any of our tea classes. So definitely check out our tea classes, especially our free tea classes that we have. We actually have one coming up at the end of October called the 5 Days of Tea. So if you're interested in that, we'll let you know later on today how you can sign up for the 5 Days of Tea. But there's all sorts of fun recipes you can use with tea, and of course always learning about the health benefits of tea. I know so many of you are interested in the health benefits and already use tea specifically for health. So we've got the spice melange, we've got, where's masala chai? Masala chai, right? Which we offer our apple masala cider, which those of you not in person, you won't be able to order one, but we're going to teach you how to make it, and it's super easy to make. And so we're going to give these away. We're going to give away one whole tin of spice melange, a whole tin of masala chai, this cup. Don't worry, I'll wash it first. This cup, and then this mug. Okay. So we're about to do 4 giveaways right now. So hope, and if you don't know, just guess, just try, just guess, okay? I know some of you haven't known us for very long, and that's totally fine. We're here to get to know each other, all right? So first question for the spice melange, okay? How many years has Sipping Streams been in business? Have we been in business for, oh, don't write it in the chat, click the link. I think, did you put the link in? Okay. Yeah. So Elizabeth just put the link in that says question 1. Thank you. So click the link or open it in a new tab or something like that. I think on your phone you can do both, and it will shrink the little Zoom picture. How many years has Sipping Streams been in business? Don't worry, it wasn't a blank. There's choices. 5 years, 10 years, or 15 years? Guess. Okay, guess. I'm not going to say the answer because it's going to be on a replay for those of you who want to, other people who can't make it to the live at this time virtually, because I know some people are like, oh no, I got the times confused or whatever. But those of you watching the replay, you could totally take advantage of that coupon code. That coupon code is VIP. Super easy. VIP. And so when you check out at the end, there'll be a spot that says enter your coupon code, and that's all you have to type in. You get 20% off the entire website today only, up until midnight. Okay, second question for the kitty cat mug. I know some of you love cats. That's why we have so many of them on our online store. Oh, and, Jennifer, you have a question. Do you have a question? Your hand is raised. Cooper, you can type it in the chat if you have a question. Maybe you don't have a question anymore. So question number 2 is, what's Jenny's favorite category of tea? Now, you only have, wow, there's actually a lot more choices than I thought. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 options. Okay. 1 out of 7, you can get it right. Okay. What is Jenny's favorite category of tea? I'm Jenny, by the way. I'm Jenny, the owner of Sipping Streams, if I did not introduce myself formally, but you're a VIP, so hopefully most of you already know who I am. White tea, which is the first category. Green tea, which is the second category. Oolong teas, which is the third category, and it's not the name of a tea, it's a category of tea. Black tea, which is the fourth category of tea. Pu'er tea, or yerba mate, which is not tea, but is a different category of things that people drink commonly, and we do teach about yerba mate, or tisanes, which means herbal infusions. It could be chaga, it could be peppermint, that could be chamomile, that category. So which category is my favorite category of tea? So there's white, oolong, green, black, yerba mate, pu'er, tisanes. Okay, I said it in no particular order. But what we're gonna do is when you answer it off of the link, and that's why, because it gets a little chaotic with so many people, is that one lucky winner will be drawn out of the correct answers. Because I know a lot of you know their answers. So how do we do it? We're just going to do a drawing later, and we'll announce it on Monday who the winners are of the different prizes. Okay. For the rabbit moon one, this is like a Japanese story, like a Japanese legend. Instead of the man on the moon, like in American culture, it's the rabbits on the moon. And that's why there's the waves with the tides that are changed by the moon. Anyways, we have bowl sets like that. We've got mug sets like that. We have a lot of people who are interested in Japanese culture who are our customers. And I know some of you are. And I mean, I don't want to call you up, but I know some of you who love that kind of stuff. Okay, so for the rabbit moon set, question number 3, what wasn't one of Jenny's previous jobs before she started the company? What was not one of my jobs? Any of you who know me really well, I've literally done almost anything. I've never been a firefighter. People try to hire me as a firefighter. There's a lot of things I've done in my previous careers, but what was not my previous job? Working in sports medicine, being a high school teacher, working as an Olympic drug tester, a direct service provider, or a receptionist. Which one? You got 1 out of 5 chances to answer and get this one right for the rabbit moon one, which I can't drink. That's the recipe one I'm going to show you later. But answer question number 3 for the rabbit moon one. Okay, and then, oh, awesome, Leah. Oh, obsessed. Hopefully she's going to study Japanese culture. That would be really cool and be fluent. It seems like a lot of people who are interested in Japanese culture are really gung-ho about being fluent in it, which is really amazing because it's a complex language and script to learn. So to question number 4. Jennifer's like, ooh, I'm down to 2. Haha. Okay. Question number 4. Does Sipping Streams manufacture their own non-GMO compostable tea sachets? Yes or no? Does Sipping Streams, our tea company, Sipping Streams, manufacture in-house our own non-GMO compostable tea sachets? You got 1 out of 2 chances to get this right. And you could possibly be drawn for the masala chai, the whole tin of it. And don't worry, you don't have to pay for the shipping. We ship it to you for free. Don't worry, we'll take care of you. So that's the 4 prizes for the trivia. Now I got to keep track of time here because I know some of you are just like on a lunch break. So I want to respect your time here. Oh man, I want to keep drinking the spice melange. It's so good. What's everyone's favorite kind of tea? Put down what kind of tea is your favorite in here. I'd love to know. I know some of you have already told us in the Instagram chats, but I would love to just see in general. What are the, whoa, wow, lots of great, like powerful answers right now. Like Jennifer's like 1,000 mile. Crystal's like tisanes, any kind of tisanes. Awesome. Okay, for those of you who are maybe moms of younger kids, maybe you're not a mom, you're just like a guy who works in construction. We got a lot of our construction workers who drink tea. There are a lot. Did you know that tea is actually the #1 most consumed beverage in the world next to water? So there are a lot of men who drink tea, lots of men who drink tea. And in fact, internationally, when I travel to tea farms, it is actually still a man's industry. So I'm treated a little differently, which is totally understandable. I understand the culture and I respect it. So it's just a different way of doing business and communicating that I understand and I respect. But there is a lot of men that we have who are construction workers here in Alaska who drink tea, and they love these options. Like for on the go. Granted, I only brought pink today, so sorry, they're pink. So we have these different tea travel mugs, especially because we're in Fairbanks, Alaska, where it can get 60 below. And I love these. I left my tea travel mug out in my car accidentally at 40 below for 4 hours. So I thought my whole mug got ruined. I was like, oh no, like the plastic lid broke. This is all BPA free. And this is a cap. This cap is actually a drip tray for this all-enclosed tea travel mug. So this tea travel mug is great because it's all enclosed. And you can, if you got your Japanese sensitive green teas, you might want to, you know, keep it in here just because it could get too strong and get bitter. So that's why you would want to pull the basket out. But this stays hot for 8 hours. I think it's only double walled. Yeah, it's only double walled and it's rated for 8 hours. But I've had lots of people say that it's like scorching hot. And what's nice about this is, have you ever had a car that didn't have working cup holders? You know, just annoyed the heck out of you. And you had nowhere to put anything, or then your drink fell through the thing because the stupid cup holder broke. So this is great because it's all like in one. So you can use one hand to push the button. You push the button and you can drink around it 360 around here, and you can push it again and it locks it. And it's leak proof. So you can throw it in your backpack next to your laptop and it doesn't explode next to everything. Now, if you ever have anything wrong with it, we do have replacement parts. So let us know if you need like a new lid, a new seal with this, but it should be leak proof. So you definitely should reach out to us if you ever have problems with your products. Reach out to us to hello@sippingstreams.com and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Or you can always call the phone number on our website because we want to make sure that our customer service, even though we're a very, very small team, is sensitive to our customers, right? So this is a tea travel mug that has an all enclosed basket. And I think these are $35. Is that for the 64-ounce seals too? Yes. Let us know if you have problems with your tea growlers, because those tea growlers actually have a lifetime warranty on them. You don't need a receipt. You don't need to register a warranty paperwork. All these things that we're saying right now, like when we say a warranty, it's based off of your word. You don't need to jump through any hoops for it, other than take a picture of it or maybe send it to us or something. Usually you can send a picture of it and then we reach out to the manufacturer and it's like done in a week after we've processed it. So granted, sometimes we're late because we're a small team, but yeah, so the seals even on the growlers too. Now this one, this is the same manufacturer that makes our tea growlers, but I didn't want to put a gigantic growler on the counter. This stays hot for over 74 hours or 72 hours, whatever. I mean, 72, 75, like it's all the same. And these have the same lid as those growlers do. So that seal that you're talking about right here, that can be replaced for free of charge. But this basket is a little bit different because when you drink out of here, it's only a strainer. So some people don't like this because it will sometimes leak around the sides of this. And so because it's not all enclosed, but what's new is we do have the full baskets that come in the growlers now that you can buy additionally to put in there. And if you can't find it, again, just email us at hello@sippingstreams.com. We'll get back to you as soon as possible. Granted, if it was because we delayed in getting back to you, you can still get that discount. We'll make sure that you're taken care of. So I know some people love the growler basket because it's all enclosed. I think it's like $12.99 for the basket. That basket, that growler basket, actually fits in here. But for me, I'm not super picky. You know me, if you drink the tea leaves and eat them all, you get 100% of the health benefits and great fiber for your diet. So for me, it's totally fine if I have stuff in my tea that I'm drinking into my mouth. But This is also great too for those of you who are in hot places like Elizabeth somewhere hot. Well, it should look like it was hot. She was wearing a tank top. She, you know, when you are somewhere hot or you work in a boiler room or a power plant, like I said, back to my customers who are men, which I do have a lot of them who are, they love these because they stay iced for over 48 hours, as in there are still ice cubes in there for over 48 hours. So if you're a fan of iced tea all year round, or you're just are somewhere hot, this doesn't have to be hot tea. Either of these can be for cold tea, but this one will stay hotter and colder longer than this one because this one is double walled and this one's triple walled. So we have a limited amounts of these, but definitely check out the website and you can see all of the color options, all the new color options that we have this year. So we tried to get them way ahead of time. But like I said, everyone's scrounging it out. And that's why we're making this announcement and the special showcase just for our VIPs like you who are here. So, okay, who wants to win one of these or one of these? Woohoo! Okay, let's see. The question, okay, for this one, this is called a travel mug, and this is 20 ounces. So if you look it up, it's stainless steel travel mug. So question number 5, what was Sipping Stream's first international award that they won? Oh, Leah's like, yes, I need to replace mine. Okay, I know, because I like sometimes lose the lid. I'm like, how am I gonna drink that? I didn't break it, I just lost the lid. So number 5, what was Sipping Stream's first international award that they ever won? We have won actually a total of 11 international awards, and I just haven't entered competition recently. We are very close to possibly entering our own tea from our tea farm. I'm pretty sure it will win an award. It's like some of the best tea I've ever had. And I'm not saying it because it's me. I don't want to enter awards because they're very expensive to enter into competition. So I don't just nilly-willy enter them in, but I mean, we're getting pretty close to our only holdup for not entering our teas into international, like the global tea championships, is because there's technically not enough production of the leaves itself to sell at a higher commercial volume. So we need to boost up our productivity of leaves, getting the plants to grow more leaves, which are doing amazing right now. I'll have to share those pictures later. But we figured out the secret. It was humidity. It was like, we're keeping the greenhouse at 70% humidity and it's doing great. So many new buds just because we were able to control the humidity at much higher. And we're in Alaska where it's really dry. Like, well, we're in the interior of Alaska. So our humidity is like, I don't know. It's like a desert here. Jody knows, she's been here before. So the question is, what was Sipping Stream's first international award they won? Is it organic Tikuanyan oolong, Mao Cha Pu'er, Wu Yi Water Sprite oolong, Darjeeling oolong, Imperial matcha, or Arctic Bliss? Don't put it in the chat. Remember, your competition's here. Click the link and answer the question. Okay, next giveaway, next trivia giveaway. Oh, I should put this back. Is for this one, this coral. This is the coral color. Okay, the question number 6 for the coral color is, where was Sipping Stream's first store located? Oh, this might be tricky for those of you who haven't been to Alaska before. It is actually a physical location, but so there's a hint for you. I shouldn't give out hints because some of you know me so well. Where was Sipping Stream's first store location for question number 6 for the triple walled 24-ounce travel mug? Was it the China Pump Plaza, downtown Fairbanks, the College Mall, or Pioneer Park? Where was Sipping Stream's first physical store location where people could come to it? So China Pump, downtown Fairbanks, College Mall, or Pioneer Park. All right, that's for this beautiful triple walled lifetime warranty. Same company who makes the growlers. So if you have issues, just contact us. No, you don't need a receipt. Usually just send us a picture, email us a picture of it. So Jody, email us a picture of that item. Okay. Now, everyone having fun still? Yeah? Awesome. Okay, now this is something that we make that a lot of people don't realize we have, but we make actually our own hot chocolates, and we supply all the hot chocolate that's served at the world famous, yes, in North Pole, Alaska, Santa Claus house. So there is an actual Santa Claus house in North Pole, Alaska that has been featured in National Geographics, and we actually make all their hot chocolates that they serve there. So the next item is a great holiday gift idea, but is not something that's tea necessarily related, because at our store, we do not serve any sort of coffee, no espressos, no lattes. So we're serving all these other beverages around, you know, warm, comfy drinks, but not coffee at all. We don't do coffee. And it just means that we spread out thin because we want to specialize in whatever we do. And we actually make our own hot cocoa mixes, all of them. So we have, oh my goodness, I don't even know how many flavors we have anymore. I'm just gonna start naming them. I know we've got original, which we just started selling last year because this is the main hot chocolate that Santa Claus likes. And yes, the guy's legal name is Santa Claus in Alaska. But he really likes this. It's their original. I didn't know what to call it because we didn't sell it. We only made it for the Santa Claus house. And then their customers would drive 45 minutes into Fairbanks just to get this hot chocolate that we didn't sell. Like, it was not in a canister. We only sold it to the Santa Claus house to serve it. So we just started making it in cans. It's got like Santa's hands around it. Not the same guy Santa, just some other Santa. But anyways, so this is definitely like a sweeter one. And you don't have to add any milk to it, but if you want to make it more decadent, you can always add milk to it. But these have all the nutrition labels like on there. If you have questions about ingredients and stuff like that, you can always reach out to us if it's not on our website. Granted, I do all the website management too, so please forgive me. Those of you who know me, I'm constantly fixing things, but I do take your criticism very seriously because you are my VIP. So please give me any feedback when you're like, hey, you should probably put a picture of the nutrition label. I know it's not on there right now. Anyways, I should legally put the nutrition label on the website for each of these hot chocolates. Then I'll just answer all your questions, right? So, but these make about, this one makes, what is this one? Oh, this makes 7 servings and it's 45 calories. We try not to make them super, super sugary. And this one is our crazy, like October Halloween themed one, which is just coming up around the corner. Our salted caramel apple white chocolate. It's not chocolate. It tastes just like white chocolate. It's not chocolate. There's no dairy in it. So this one's crazy because it's green. Okay. So for those of you who have kids or have, you know, your kids have a classmate who can't have dairy, or just a friend or a coworker who can't have dairy, yes, it is. I don't know if you can see it's green. You'll see it in the cup in a second. So then the instructions are just 2 tablespoons and 8 ounces of boiling water. And everyone's like, when we sample this out at trade shows, people are always like, what in the world? Like, they don't want to drink it. They're like, why is it green? I'm like, because it's green apple. And they're like, oh, okay. What do you mean? But it is our best seller. Hands down out of all of our hot cocoa. Those of you who are VIP here right now who have bought it online, you know it's always says sold out. And you'll say, hey, it says sold out on your website. Is it really sold out? Oh, no, I'm going to make another batch today. I promise. Yes. And so, yeah, Nina's like, yes, dairy-free option. So here you go, your green spooky hot cocoa. But I mean, it has non-dairy creamer in it, so that's why it is like non-dairy. And I'm lactose intolerant, so it kind of gives like a nice alternative. And it literally tastes like salted caramel apple white chocolate, like literally in that order. For those of you who've had it before, I mean, you could probably say how amazing it is. Yeah, with a little bit of salt. And I mean, like, it's fun. Most people, honestly, we get the look all the time. They're like, I don't think I want to drink that. Why is it green? Especially little kids. Sometimes it's too much for them. So I think like if you're going to gift it to a kid, they should probably be like 9 or 12, because the little kids will be like, that's not normal. You know, it's just so different. Or maybe they're just like a kindergartner who's like wants green eggs and ham, which that's also not normal green eggs. But you know what I'm talking about. Dr. Seuss, kind of crazy, kind of creative. Like, I don't know how long that purple ketchup thing lasted for a while. I don't know. I don't know if any of you remember purple ketchup. They're trying to sell purple ketchup for a while to get kids to have ketchup on things. Anyways, I don't think it worked very well. It's just too crazy. Other flavors that we have of our hot chocolate is a wild Alaskan blueberries, which we now are able to make more blueberry hot chocolate this year than last year because we just got another 50 pounds of frozen blueberries. We have our own freeze dryer. So we freeze dry the blueberries, and then we grind them up into a powder. So you're literally like drinking liquid, well, not apple hot chocolate, but liquid chocolate covered blueberries. And it's a darker chocolate. It's less sweet. It pairs really well with the tang of the peels of the Alaskan blueberry. So it really pops that color. For those of you who've taken my mini courses before, I talk about pairing things, blending things, and how you do that. So this is something we love to teach, is like how we come up with our recipes, how to think about pairing things like food science and food pairings to come up with these crazy recipes that I've come up with. Because people ask all the time, how'd you do this? So anyways, don't forget all the hot chocolates are 20% off today. So we're going to give away the original hot chocolates. Question is number 7. Number 7, to give away the original Santa's favorite hot cocoa, is how long has Sipping Streams been making and serving kombucha? Last year? 5 years? 10 years? Or always? So just, you got 1 out of 4 chances to get it right. And how long has Sipping Streams been making and serving kombucha? For those of you who are a teacher, yes, I used to be a teacher, so that's one of the answers on my previous careers. If you read the question really carefully, it kind of helps you answer the question. So I don't know if you ever took classes in high school and they taught you how to take tests and how to take the SATs and think about how the questions are written out. But and it's the same thing for our T certification program. I write the questions out in a certain way, but hopefully it's helpful to you. Okay, next one is the crazy green apple hot chocolate. Who wants to win that one? So that one is, how long has Sipping Streams been teaching tea classes? Last year, during COVID, right before COVID started, or always? So how long has Sipping Streams been teaching tea classes? So that's kind of tricky. And I know some of you VIPs might not get the answer right, but it's okay. It's just a guess. It's just for fun. And I think all of the answers, like after you click that questionnaire link, it tells you what the right answer is. So hopefully it tells you right away if you got the answer right or wrong, but it's okay. Now you learn something new about us, right? All right. Oh, yay, snack time. Snack time for me. Okay, we have this crazy thing that has been flying off the shelves. Can you guys guess what has been like our hottest seller since last November that we have a very hard time keeping up with, where I flew back to Fairbanks for 5 hours from the state fair just to go make more of it because we sold out? Like, we sold 22 jars of this in one day after we got back to the fair. And I had to fly back to Fairbanks to go make more of it. Okay, we got an answer. Maybe, is it elderberry? Is it Arctic Bliss? Nope. Those are very popular. It's actually our tea-themed creamed honeys. Maybe some of you didn't even know, but this is our newest product. So our newest product that this past state fair, nobody who always comes and visits us only at the fair knew about this. This is people who come and find us at the trade shows all the time. And we don't even tell people about it all the time in our store because we're a restaurant, right? So we have our Earl Gray creamed honey. I had to fly back to Fairbanks and be there for like 4 hours to make this stuff, cool the temperature, everything like that, to bring it back on a plane to go back to the state fair. And at the end, Like this is so popular. Your friends are just gonna love it for gifts. We sold 497 jars of these, and they come in 4 flavors. They come in Earl Grey, that's our most popular flavor, matcha, which that's what I'm gonna have. I'm gonna have matcha toast. That's my personal favorite, even though this is the most popular one, but I'm gonna make some matcha toast. We've got lavender, super popular too, because you can put in so many things, in things, on things, bake with them, whatever your creative heart imagines. And also original. So why we started making creamed honey is because our honey in Alaska, because it's ultra premium, which means there's less water in it, it's less watered down. And it's not because someone added water to it. Thank goodness it's not because someone added water to it. That's actually like cheating. But the way that the bees create the honey and off of whatever the plants are, they have less water content in it, which is good for them, for the bees themselves, because it's food for them. But it also makes your honey rock hard. So we started making creamed honey in order to, okay, so in Alaska, in our tea house, it's normally 65 degrees in the winter time. Like we just keep it at 65 degrees, but your honey's gonna be rock hard. But creamed honey, it's not. Like, look at this plastic butter knife. I don't know if you can see it. I can just push it in, and I'm sorry, the lighting's not very good, but like I can just push it in and it's soft. Like it's creamy. It's creamy. That's why it's called creamed honey. It has to do with the lattice structure. Oh, my poor dogs are getting restless. It has to do with the lattice structure of being, the crystallization is in a smooth formation. So when it's cold, colder than the temperature of the hive, which will be less than 100 degrees, it will start to crystallize in a random formation. Creamed honey is forcing the lattice formation to be a man-made, well, sometimes it's mutated. So you take that mutated lattice structure and you seed it in to the whole batch of honey to be a domino ripple effect to all be smooth and spreadable. So it's a spreadable honey that is not whipped honey. It's not the same thing. There's no air added to it. Air can be added to any kind of honey and be soft and spreadable for a time until it starts to crystallize. It just takes longer to crystallize. So whipped honey isn't necessarily crystallized, but creamed honey is. It's really popular in Europe. And so it's a way that the lattice structure is always smooth and spreadable. So even when your honey's like in your, say you have a cabin out in the woods and you leave food there, and honey, you know, has an indefinite shelf life, and you don't want to have to deal with rock hard honey, you can leave a jar of your creamed honey there all winter, go back in the spring, and it's still spreadable, still soft and malleable because of the structure. So like, I mean, it's thick for the creamed honey, but you don't see, I don't know if you can see this, but there's no bumpy rock hard crystals that you're seeing in there. So I love the matcha one for breakfast. I'm a peanut butter and honey kind of person. Maybe that was like the trend when I was in high school as athletes, like you ate a lot of peanut butter and honey. But I like honey, usually not in my tea personally, but I like it on my toast with peanut butter. So it's really good on toast for the matcha one. You can put it on grilled king salmon, which we have an episode on our YouTube channel with Chef Eric Marshall, who won Chopped in 2019. You can put it on apple slices. You can put it in your tea if you wanted to. But for you who are matcha fans, you're going to love the matcha creamed honey. It is not super grassy. Almost, I would say 99.9% of the people who don't like matcha, when they try our matcha creamed honey, they're like, oh, that's okay. You know, they're like trying to change their mind about matcha, but they're like, it's not bad. And so they usually end up buying the matcha one, even though it's not our most popular one. And I know lots of you like have asked, okay, so how long does that crystallization last? Forever. It's crystallized. So if you were to warm it up and decrystallize it, it will go back to being rock hard honey because that's that formation. It goes in the random formation. So this will last forever. You know, honey doesn't go bad unless there's something in it that went bad, like you got breadcrumbs or some other food item that actually went bad, because honey is actually antimicrobial. So when I designed these honeys, anything that it encapsulates, like the matcha powder, it preserves it actually and suspends it in its mixture. So that's the same way that I designed the lavender creamed honey. It does the same thing. Because there's actually lavender flowers in it. And the Earl Grey one, anyone like London Fog Sundays out there? London Fog Sundays, or no, London Fog drinks. Well, you can make a London Fog sundae. All you have to do is put this on top of your vanilla ice cream. Boom, you've got a London Fog sundae. So if you love Earl Grey, you just add this honey, and it's honey. So surprisingly, it doesn't make it super sugary sweet. Now, if you're diabetic, like we've got Jody, who's a nurse here, sugars are still sugars. But if you have to go with a sugar, I'd rather you go with a natural, raw formation of it, which this is raw Alaskan fireweed honey for the base, and then we just put some bergamot in it. And the coloring is a little bit of dietary activated charcoal, just a tiny smidge, because we don't want it to be like a diuretic for anyone, even though sugar technically is a diuretic. You'll probably get sick of eating too much honey before you even had any effect from the charcoal part of it, but that's what's in it. And the charcoal is derived by coconut. So if you're allergic to coconut, just know you probably don't want the Earl Grey creamed honey. So, but it's just kind of like a fun Halloween color because it is black, right? So those are some kind of Halloween themed ones. Okay, so the question for the matcha creamed honey giveaway, question number 9, what is the name of the year-long tea certification program Sipping Streams designed? The Essence of Tea or University? Got 1 and 2 chances to get this one right. Is it called the Essence of Tea or the University? Okay, so that's for the matcha creamed honey. And then for the Earl Grey creamed honey, which is the most popular one. I know some of you have had it before. Oh, you love Earl Grey, Jennifer? Awesome. Yeah, you'll love that. Especially I know that you're really conscientious of what you eat because you care about your health and well-being. Number 10, this one's a harder question. What is the name of the book that Jenny wrote and what is it about? So what book did I write and what is it about? So for the more desired one, even though I prefer personally the matcha one, but this is like the bestseller hands down. Okay, the next question. So for those of you who are just like, but I want something else besides what you showed me, that's totally fine, totally fine. We got some $25 gift cards for you, okay? Question 11. How long has Sipping Streams Tea House been serving food and beverages? Okay. How long has Sipping Streams Tea House been serving food and beverages? Last year, 5 years ago, 10 years, or always? I know it's kind of a tricky question, Jody. You're probably looking at me and rolling your eyes. It sounds like a nursing question, like, so for those of you who have been in the medical field, you have to take these like continual classes and they're always kind of tricky. What's the best answer kind of question, right, Crystal? Yeah, nodding your head. Yep. What's the best answer? So these are kind of, sorry, that's like my background. Another hint for another question, right? So how long has Sipping Streams Tea House been serving food and beverages? And if you get this right and you're drawn out of the right answers, we'll be digitally sending you the $25 gift card, okay? Question number 12. Where can you earn and redeem points that give you store credit? Can you earn and redeem rewards points to get store credit from? And it says, check all that apply. I know, I'm so tricky. Check all that apply. Tea House, Farmers Market, online, in our website, pop-up events. Check all that you think are right. Okay, and that's for another $25 gift card. While you're thinking about those questions, I'm going to show you the super easy apple masala chai recipe. I know some of you have already seen this before. Oh, Christina says it only lets me choose one option for, oh, can you look into that, Elizabeth? On the Google question. I'm guessing, is that for option number, Let's see, is that question number 12, right, everyone? Question number 12. And then we'll get back to that. Maybe, do you want to recreate that question, Elizabeth, make it into a new one, a new link, and then have it, right? And we'll drop that in. Okay. So while she's fixing that for us, our awesome, amazing Elizabeth in North Carolina, right? North Carolina? Okay, just making sure. 12 needs to be multiple choice. I'm not sure if it's 12 needs to be as many choices that they can check, right? Okay, so she'll drop that one in when she gets that done. So I saved my masala chai, right? So all I do is I just add a quarter cup, like if you're gonna make a mug full, a quarter cup of apple cider. Boom, so easy. This is the apple masala cider. That's the only difference, is you're adding warm cider to your masala chai, and you didn't add any sugar to it because, you know, apple cider has a lot of sugar in it. But instantly, people will be like, oh my gosh, this tastes so amazing. What's that smell? Like, we get it all the time during the holidays. You just put it on the stove or a crock pot, right? Everyone likes their spices with the mulling spices in that crock pot for your Thanksgiving, you know, dinner that you're going to have, which hopefully a bunch of you will be able to go visit people and have that opportunity. But that's super easy. That's all the apple masala cider is. But I know a lot of you don't want to make your own drinks. So if you ever come to Fairbanks, you can start ordering that October 1st to December 31st. That's it. No, I do not sell it in January. You can make it at home. I just showed you. Ta-da! So here you go. Okay, hopefully this question works because she just sent an update of the question. I'm going to try that myself. Check all that apply. Okay, it worked for me. Hopefully it worked for you guys. Okay, good to go. Jasmine says we're good to go. Awesome. Thank you, Jasmine, for your feedback. Appreciate that. Okay, now this other thing is like, some of you don't even know that we have these. I mean, we've had them in the past, but they sell it so fast. Today, you get 20% off. So those of you who love ramen, we have brought back our ramen noodle bowl sets. They come with a beautiful pair of chopsticks. This is a double set. It's both of these together. So chopsticks, they can go in this little hole and sit and won't fly off your table. And then you can have one for you, one for your bestie, right? Or in the same house, or buy a couple sets. So the same one, and have it matching if you wanted to, nice and deep. Remember, we learned in tea, in our tea classes, that you want to have a container deeper and with less of a wider surface area, so it doesn't cool down your beverage as quickly. Because cooling down the temperature will taste different than if it was hotter to your taste buds. So we teach that in our tea certification program. And so this is nice because, or if you got a messy kid and you want to have cereal, you know, the regular shallow bowls, and then the cereal goes everywhere and the milk goes everywhere. You could just use it for cereal too. Okay, so we've got tons of these beautiful bowls. There's all different types of sets. And remember, they are very limited in quantity. UAF buys a lot of them out from us. So when they place their order, they kind of like scrape everything. And we only place this order once a year. So if you want to check out all the bowls that we got, place your order today because they're 20% off of the entire bowl. So there are double bowl sets. There are single bowl sets. And what's another cool one that we have here? I'm like running out of space. Another cool one that we have are these ones. And this, we actually tested it out at the state fair. This is our most popular design. Now this bowl is way bigger than this one. It comes with a bamboo trivet. It comes, sorry, my table's so messy. It comes with a bamboo trivet. It comes with a bamboo lid. Look how huge that is. Those of you who love Japanese culture or Korean culture, you could have like a whole like, oh, what's that dish called? What's that, bibimbap, like in your bowl, like the whole meal in there? Like this is huge. This is like, I know you can't really tell because it's white, and the white lighting, but this is kind of like that traditional wave tsunami look. It's not the original, right? But it's got that canoe, that Japanese canoe. So it's after that one wave, tidal wave painting. But anyways, this, we sold out at the state fair of this, and it was our first time selling it. And so we got more just for this VIP event. So there's actually quite a few of these today. I'm not sure what's going to happen after, you know, people come to our in-person event, but you guys get to see it first before the people come to the tea house tonight in like 5 hours, something like that. And it's got a matching, all of those types of bowl sets actually have a matching accented spoon that matches specifically that bowl. So yeah, it's kind of really cool, and you can use this for whatever. There's no holes in it. Some people like the chopstick hole in it, and some people don't. So this might be a good option for people who don't want the chopstick hole in it, but they want a spoon. Or you don't eat ramen and you don't use chopsticks, but you like soup, and so you could have it for soup. But normally this is $56. So our hardest question for today, our hardest trivia question, is for this $56 prize. Jody said, if we order online before the event tonight, will it get pulled? Yes, yes. The staff have been told to pull it, and they're like listening for the orders to come in. So because that's one of the problems we have during the holidays, just trying to be open with you, is that with the online stuff happening at the same time as the store, sometimes we oversell. And so we're trying very hard for not that to happen. In fact, the tea house will be closed for an hour and a half before the VIP event happens. So we'll hopefully go through and pull everything so it doesn't get bought off the floor. I need to move my toast. Sorry, so much talking, not enough time to eat. So our question for the Blossom double bowl set is question number 13. Okay, Sipping Streams Tea Company offers the following. Check all that apply. Okay, if this doesn't work, please let us know. So what does Sipping Streams offer? Check all that apply. Food and drinks, catering, mobile food ordering, tea classes, wholesale, corporate gift service, and gift wrapping. Those are all the options. So food and drinks, catering, mobile food ordering, tea classes, wholesale, corporate gifts service, and then we do corporate gifts, and gift wrapping. So check all that apply. Did it work? Did this question work okay? Okay, Jody says thumbs up. All right. And then for the beautiful wave bowl set, that one is, this one's hard because you have to actually fill it in yourself and write the paragraph in. Perfect. Leah said it worked for her. Question 14. What are the 8 teas and tisanes Sipping Stream sells on Amazon Prime? Now, you could go and look it up right now, but I don't think all 8 will be up there because when it's sold out, it pulls it off of there. So we do sell 8 different flavors on Amazon Prime, which are the flavors that we sell on Amazon Prime. Now, and I know some of you have bought our teas on Amazon Prime too. So at least you know some of them because they're in your cupboard, right? So that's the hardest question, is for the wave bowl set. So what are the 8 teas or tisanes, herbals, that we sell on Amazon Prime? And if you're not sure, guess, just try, because you always have a chance. Now, we really, really are super appreciative that you came to our virtual VIP session and right at the end of our time. So I want you to know that we have a goodie bag for you. Now, part of the goodie bag is not in here. I realized this morning. It was a Sipping Streams pen, like a little green pen. And I just thought it would be nice because, I mean, who doesn't need pens now that we're going back to normal, right? Like I need like a million pens around. And we have a survey. Oh, so there's 2 things. There's a survey that Elizabeth's going to drop down to let you, we would love your feedback to let us know what you thought about this VIP event. Was it informative? Was it helpful? Was it fun? What did you not like? Jenny talked too much. I mean, you know, or my table's too messy. I don't know. So let me know. It could be as harsh as possible. I'm pretty good at taking criticism, you know, so, but I like to hear about what your thoughts are and feedback to different questions that some of our customers have been asking us, but I'm wanting to survey you guys to see if you're interested in them. One of the things is some people are wanting a subscription service for certain items, so that we'll renew sending them the sweet matcha or 1,000 mile, but I need to know like what it is that you want for that before we invest in that that addition to our website, because it is an investment that we have to pay for that service on our website. So there'll be questions like that too. Are you interested in any of our free tea classes? We have our free 5 days of tea coming up at the end of this month. If you want to sign up today, Elizabeth, could you drop in the link? I can show you guys what it looks like to sign up. It's really easy. The workshop book, the workbook, the free workbook is all free, is already on the website. So if you just go to the 5 days of tea, that link that she provides, you'll be able to see that right there. And you can sign up right here. It's super easy, and you can share that link out with friends. And so we'll be going over what different health benefits about tea. What is tea and its history? Essentially, how did it affect the global economy way back when? How to get creative, fun things, recipes, blending, things like that. Essentially, how you can heal through tea, why it's so powerful in healing properties, and just see why tea is so popular for like millennia, like since it's been around since 2000 BC, and now we're in 2022. So it has been around for so long. Why is it still so popular globally? So there's a free workbook. You can watch the replays because some of you couldn't join us live here, which is totally fine. There's a live session every day, and it's a totally free workshop. We haven't done this in a while, so I know some of you are super interested in when's the next free mini course, Jenny, and I get that a lot, but you know, we have a really small team. There's been a lot of changes going on, and we really appreciate your patience. We do hear you. We would love your feedback on that survey link. So if you fill out that survey link, you also get a chance to win a $25 gift card. So we'll be drawing one person who answers the survey from this link on Monday morning, and we'll be giving away another $25 gift card. So there's actually 3 ways to win a $25 gift card, and you don't have to get one of these prizes. If you're more into like herbs or tisanes and things like that, you get to pick your own when you get a gift card. So in the goodie bag that I'm not selling, okay, I told Brian, we're not doing another product, I promise. We're just going to give it away for those of you who came. So for those of you who showed up, make sure you send that survey link in so we know that you attended, because I know there's like a bunch of you here. So that's also how we know that you came, because I know a bunch of people didn't show up, right? So we know how to track who came by you filling out that survey. So that's also important to fill it out. Even if you just like randomly click stuff, please put it in there so I know who to mail this to. We made a special, Crystal, you're gonna love this, a tisane blend of just the masala. So now you can make your, Jody's mouth just dropped. Now you can make your own masala rooibos. You can make your own masala green tea. You can make your own masala decaf English breakfast, like a decaf one. We blended our Sipping Streams recipe without the black tea. So everyone's getting an ounce, which makes 40 cups. So you can now blend your own of whatever you want to put it in. So now this is a great holiday gift idea for you, not for any other customers. We're not selling it. Don't ask me to sell it. We're not doing it. Sorry. There's so many things going on. So we're gifting you this, a pen, and of course, a beautiful blooming art tea from Sipping Streams, those flowering teas. So you can share tea, hopefully with friends and family that come over, or you go over and have a pot of tea in a beautiful glass teapot, and you can both enjoy your company with each other and the beauty of the tea unfurling. In fact, one of our customers told us that her very first date with her now husband was at our tea house. This is how impactful this blooming art tea is. The employee working put the wrong temperature in. So they sat there for over half an hour waiting for this tea to bloom open because the water wasn't hot enough to extract it and to make it bloom open. So they're sat there watching it and they're like, well, maybe it just takes a long time. So it gave them so much time to talk with each other while they're waiting for this tea to bloom open. And then she's like, you know, that probably is what created us to have a better connection. And now that guy is my husband, is what she said. So you never know, like even the mishaps in tea and what kind of lives it changes. So thank you everyone who joined us here today live. Definitely fill out that survey link so we know who came, and I will be mailing you 3 items in here in this sparkly, fun, hot, festive bag. And no, I will not be selling that masala base. No, you get it. We're here. And I don't care if you're in Canada, I will ship it to you. So don't worry, you do not have to pay for any shipping at all. If you have any problems placing your orders online, getting your free shipping at the free shipping threshold, especially in Canada, please email us at hello@sippingstreams.com. And I'll try to check my phone, especially that break when the tea house is closed and when we're about to do the VIP event. And thank you so much. Don't forget to sign up for the 5 days of tea mini course and invite your friends. It's going to be so much fun. And we can't wait to see you there. Thank you, everyone.